I'm Lawyer Cliff. Today the purpose is to talk about fee agreement. People think there's probably only one fee agreement for lawyers. That's the typical classic retainer, traditional retainer, sometimes just referred to as a retainer. But that's actually probably the least common for the everyday person that they're going to actually do with an attorney. So the very first fee agreement is going to be called an advanced fee deposit. And this looks like you're going to be getting a lump sum to the attorney ahead of time. And then the attorney is going to then keep track of their time and work off of it. Traditional in the sense that you are going to get paid based on the work that you are given. You are paying for the hours that the attorney does. So that's the advanced fee deposit. And you could have to make additional payments. You might run out of money here. This might go down. And then you might be asked to do another advanced fee deposit. Okay, that's number one. Number two is flat fee. Flat fees are becoming more and more popular. People want to know ahead of time. The attorney is not going to be charging essentially on a blank check. That's what people are most concerned about. And attorneys typically charge a very high hourly rate. So if there can be a payment for the flat fee. And then that is, essentially a maximum where you make this payment and then you don't have any additional payments that are related to this. You might have other payments, but these, once again, are for some other type of service that are not in this original fee agreement. So that's the flat fee, the third one. We had advanced fee deposit. This one is going to just be a fee deposit. And a fee deposit is no lump sum payment, and the attorney is just going to keep track of their time and then send you a bill. And then you're going to have to make a payment down here. Now, I'll go back to number one before we get to number four, which is going to be the classic retainer. And we'll get to that here in a second. But number one, this one typically has to be put into a trust account for the attorney because these funds are your funds until the hours are completed. Then the attorney is going to get the funds. Okay, flat fee? No. Trust account. Typically. Now, I wouldn't say that all the time, but let's just say for the typical example, this money is going to be the attorney's money. The attorney's money immediately. Right away, it's going to go to the attorney. It's not going to go into a trust account and then the attorney is going to pull off of it with the flat fee. It immediately goes to the attorney. And so typically, fee agreement is required for a flat fee. When this, because it's the client's money, it's not required to do a fee agreement here. And now I'm talking about Washington State. Every state's different, so this may or may not apply to you. And your fee agreement specifically is going to be with your attorney, so this may or may not apply. But these are just generally 4 fee agreements that we've gone over 3 so far. And like I said, the 4th one's going to be retainer. We'll get to in here in a second. So the fee deposit, same thing with the flat fee. As soon as this money is paid, it's going to go to the attorney. Now, there was no money paid in advance, so nothing there. There's nothing that's going to go to the attorney immediately. And there's no trust money. No money is going to go into trust. It's going to go immediately into the attorney and into their operating account, which is their business account. Not the client trust account. Now, in this situation, back to number 2, what you can have is expenses. And so you can do a flat fee with expenses. Well, expenses are essentially an advanced fee deposit because that money is going to sit in an account. This account needs to be a trust account. It needs to be a trust account because it's an expense, and that money is going to get paid out to a vendor or some third party or something else, like a filing fee or a process server fee, whatever that is. It's going to sit in this trust account and then it's going to get paid out to the vendor. Now, number 4, bonus. This is the account that people hear a lot, retainer. And a classic retainer, a true retainer, is what you would think of in suits. All right, you're going to pay a availability deposit, okay, of whatever it is. And that is just to secure the lawyer's time. This is typically a non-refundable deposit. So they pay that availability retainer or availability deposit, and that's going to secure some kind of a time with the attorney. This is the clock. And it might be a month, it might be 6 months. You're going to do some kind of an availability deposit. And then if the attorney does any services on top of that deposit, you're going to keep track. The attorney is going to keep track and send you a bill. Now, you can have an availability deposit and then a advance fee deposit. But a lot of times attorneys will say, look, you pay the availability deposit for a certain amount of time. If you don't pay your bill, then our availability will not be for you, will not be available in the future. And then they'll try to work with you on the bill. So some people will want to do one of these four. Some people want to do the retainers. Some people want to do the advance fee deposits. Some people want to do the fee deposits. And other people want to do the flat fee. So that pretty much covers the gamut of all of the fees that you could see with your attorney. And if you are talking to the attorney and you want to talk about fees, this is what the video is for. You watch this video and you can probably better express yourself to the attorney, feel more comfortable talking about these fees and ask your attorney, well, is this an advance fee deposit? Is this going to be put in a trust account? Is this a flat fee? Am I going to have a maximum? Is there going to be a minimum, like an availability retainer where it's like I pay this amount for your availability and then there's things on top of it? So if you got questions, I'm here for comments, and hopefully that went through and we don't have any buffering on the second live test. So actually this is the third. So I think we're getting there. All right.